What's better, showing your client one design solution or multiple to choose from? Hey designers, what's up? I got a question in the email, how many design solutions I'm showing my clients when I'm doing a presentation. And I thought that, just to give you context, it's better to learn from the masters who I get inspiration from. And I think if you haven't got to see, I'll post a link in the description. There's an interview with Steve Jobs after he was working with legendary designer Paul Rand on the logo design of Next Computers. He was saying that what Paul Rand actually told him was, look, I'm going to design one logo for you, and for that logo, you're going to pay me. This is going to be the best solution that I can give you. If you want to see, you don't have to like it, you don't have to use it, but you got to pay me because I'm going to do the work on it. Then if you want other options, go to other designers because this is the best that I can do for you. And Steve Jobs were very impressed by this philosophy of only showing the best solution and going with that, like it or not. And I think this, for me as a young designer, this was very inspiring. Yeah, I will come with my final solution and just rock and roll it. If they don't like it, I'll just give them the best option. But having said that and been working for a while, I know that there are actually different clients and every client wants something different. Again, not in the sense of design, but in the sense of the service that they're looking to get. So somebody like Steve Jobs was somebody that really liked working with a superstar designer that told him, here it is. It's like there's only one solution, take it or leave it because I'm the master and I'm going to show you what is the best thing that I can do. Now, I know that for the clients that I work with, a lot of times they love to be involved. So one of the things that they want when working with me is to have somebody that collaborates with them, not come in as a superstar and blah, 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 this is what we should do, but having a partner to work with and collaborate with and having them to choose a certain direction is something that is really important for them and really gets them on board. And so when I present design options, usually in a branding process, I usually show two directions because I feel like you can still come to two different ways to solve a brief creatively, and they both have to be good. They don't both have to again, answer the brief and be appropriate, but just from different creative approaches. Now, I always show in both directions stuff that I like and that I would fully believe in and support if they choose that, because I know that once you start putting in work, just because I promised them 3 options, so I have 2 good ideas and 1 crappy one, but I promised 3 solutions, so I'm going to show it to them. What's going to happen? Obviously, they're going to pick the one that you hate. And so I never bring on something that I hate. I usually say I'm going to bring in 2 different options and then we'll choose one of them. I might have a favorite, but both are stuff that I can be proud of and I can articulate to them what's the pros and cons of each of them. Each of them usually have a very different strong point or perspective on the brief, so I can explain this one will work well in that scenario and this one will work well in that scenario and kind of help them choose and get them on board. As I said, usually when I come in, I do have a gut feeling about what I like best or what I think they'll pick. Sometimes it works that way, sometimes it doesn't work that way. But for me, this is how I find that 2 directions is good. It gives them a choice, something to pick from, but does not confuse them, because it's like 3 solutions or 4 solutions. I feel like that's starting to become too much brain power. And again, I do agree with Paul Rand that when he said that, when I see 2 options or 3 options, I know as a designer what I think is a better solution. And let me narrow that down for you. That's part of my professional responsibility to tell you what is best. And so 4, I would probably say 4 is too much, but between 2 to 3 might be reasonable to show your client. Again, that depends on the project. Right now, I'm doing a project that includes a branding and a website design, but because the budget was limited, one of the concessions that were made that I'm just going to show 1 creative direction. So that kind of also affects, the budget and the time it takes me to complete the project. So sometimes I would only show 1. Most times I will show 2. So hope that was useful for you guys. Have an awesome day and I'll catch you later.